Hello, my name is Beck and round 5 of Contemporary-a-thon is coming up, so I'm going to share my TBR with you. I participated in Contemporary-a-thon at the beginning of the year and I'm really excited to participate again because I don't read a lot of contemporary, so I like picking the ones that I've got sitting on my shelf and seeing which ones that I end up really enjoying. So just before I get into it, I'll leave all the links and all the hosts for Contemporary-a-thon down below, but personally I found out about this readathon through Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads. I love watching her channel. And this readathon goes from the 23rd of September to the 29th of September. There are a list of challenges, but I don't know if I'm going to necessarily do all of them, especially considering that my reading has been a little bit lackluster this year. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm probably going to get close to reading 60 books this year instead of my usual 100, so I've thrown together a list of books that match the prompts for this readathon, but I don't really have high hopes of getting through all of them, so we'll see which ones I can hopefully prioritise. So the first challenge of Contemporary-a-thon is to read a 2019 release, and for this one I've got The Test by Sylvain Neuvel, and I know this author because he's written a trilogy that's a sci-fi and I really liked it. If you didn't know, it's the Sleeping Giants trilogy and it's told in a interview format, so the audiobooks are really amazing to listen to because there's so many different narrators. I really liked that series, and so when he came out with this little novella, it's really small, so hopefully I can finish this one, but I believe this is set in the not too distant future for the UK and it seems to be kind of a dystopian take on politics that are going on at the moment, so I'm looking forward to reading this one. Again, I don't know too much about it other than the kind of genre premise of what it is, so I'm looking forward to diving in and seeing what it's all about. The second prompt is to read a book with yellow on the cover. So I actually read the first chapter of this one for my Try a Chapter tag video and I really liked it surprisingly, and it is More the Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. This seems to be a more darker, harder hitting contemporary, so that might fit for one of the questions a bit later in this video, and I think the main character in this is queer, so it will also match one of the prompts for read a diverse contemporary in this challenge as well. So this ticks a couple of boxes. I really liked the first chapter of this. It seemed to set things up in a fairly dark way. I believe the main character in this has a father who has committed suicide, but he's still got to live in the same house that his father died in. And there's also this technology that I assume doesn't really get explained because Adam Silvera likes to throw a sci-fi twist into his books, but explain the character nuance and the character emotion behind it rather than the sci-fi element. And I genuinely don't really mind that, but I know some people go into this and then get frustrated not knowing what the sci-fi part means or the background of it means, so that's not really something that I'm too concerned about because I know that I'll like it regardless. But the sci-fi element in this is basically characters can go and get this operation where their memory gets wiped so they can effectively start fresh. Yes, the third challenge is read a diverse contemporary, so I'm going to be reading More Happy Than Not for that one. And then the fourth prompt is read a contemporary with an illustrated cover, and this is really easy for me because I love reading manga and graphic novels. So I'm reading the 7th volume of Fruits Basket. This is a really cute kind of rom-com-y-esque manga, and it follows this girl named Toru whose mother has recently passed away, and she's trying to be as independent as possible, but she ends up sleeping in a tent and getting found by this family called the Soma family. But the Soma family, they have a secret, and it's kind of got a little bit of a mild magical twist to it, which I really enjoy. And it's that if the Soma family are hugged by a member of the opposite sex, they turn into an animal of the Chinese zodiac. So it's a really fun premise and I really love this series. It's quite funny, again, like rom-com-y, and I am rereading it. I read it like 10 years ago, so I'm revisiting my love for it, and I've kind of paused it and put it down and I don't know why, so I have a few volumes now to go on with, so I'm really looking forward to picking this one up. The fifth prompt for this readathon is read a dark or hard-hitting contemporary, and I could do More Happy Than Not with this if I run out of time, which I probably will, but I've also got All the Rage by Courtney Summers, and I really liked reading Sadie by her earlier in the year for, I think it was my Owls readathon actually. This one I know deals with sexual violence and potentially rape culture and a rape itself, so if you're not really keen on that subject matter or reading about it, then probably give this one a miss because it could potentially be a bit triggering. But from what I've read of the beginning, it follows our main character who is at a party and she seems to be sexually assaulted, and then it does kind of a time jump and you see her in a different mindset, obviously when she's older, and she's waking up on the side of the road with this guy who she doesn't know, so you don't really know what's gone on in between. I feel like it's kind of got that similar mystery element to what Sadie had, and I really like her writing style, so again I'm looking forward to reading this one. I read the first chapter in my Try a Chapter tag and I'm just really keen on getting into this one. Question number 6 is read a contemporary book with plants on the cover, and I actually don't have a book with plants on the cover. Fruits Basket does have green on the cover, but that doesn't really count. I think I'm going to end up skipping this prompt because I don't have anything on my TBR that really matches, and I don't really want to go outside of my TBR and buy anything new to match this prompt, because the whole point of this readathon is to get books off my TBR and not add them onto my TBR. And then the 7th prompt is one that I haven't seen before, and I believe it's been added to this round for round 5, and I really like it. It is read a contemporary that is beloved by a member of the book community, and this doesn't necessarily mean you have to be friends with the person who loves it. You just need to see someone who loves a particular type of contemporary book in the book community and go, that person loves it, therefore I'm going to try it. And for this one, I've chosen An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green because I saw Zoe from Read by Zoe talk about it on her channel. I think it was a while ago now, but it stuck in my memory, and it's why when the publisher sent this one to me as a complete surprise that I didn't just unhaul it straight away because I'd heard positive things about it. So I'm looking forward again to diving into this one because I read the first chapter in my Try a Chapter tag and I responded really well to it. If you're not sure about the premise for this one, it follows a girl who's an art student in New York, and she's trying to piece her life together and survive on this low-paying job, which I feel like I can relate to. And she ends up finding this kind of statue and documenting it with her friend on his YouTube channel, and then from that she ends up going viral. So it's kind of a discussion about internet fame and someone being in their 20s, and I feel like I can really relate to that, at least the 20s part, because I don't see a lot of protagonists in YA or adult that are in their 20s. So I'm looking forward to reading the rest of this one because the tone and the humour of it really captured me when I read the first chapter. So these are the books that I want to read for Contemporary-a-thon. Hopefully I can get through at least 1 or 2 of them, and I really liked the Reading Rush vlog that I did where I vlogged daily but then posted it as a weekly vlog, so I could kind of check in and keep my progress accountable to the camera. So I actually buckled down and did some reading, which I liked. So I'm hoping to do that format again for the Contemporary-a-thon because I really liked the way that it turned out. But if you're doing the Contemporary-a-thon, let me know what's on your TBR. Share your TBR videos and stuff in the comments because I'd love to watch them as well, and I can't wait to chat to you in the comments and participate in this readathon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.